and welcome to Nutrition Moments. On Nutrition Moments, we talk about what we eat, what we nourish our body with to stay healthy. I am Fadila Okunu. Let's start with recent events and developments in the field of nutrition on Nutri-News. You are welcome back. As Nigerians, our main source of protein are eggs, fish, and meat. But presently, these items are very expensive to purchase. Our focus on Nutri-Lens today is protein diversification, an alternative to animal proteins we eat.
Do you know protein is found everywhere in the body? In the muscle, bone, skin, air, and virtually every other body parts or tissues. Protein makes up the enzymes that power many chemical reactions and the hemoglobin that carries oxygen in the blood. Proteins are made up of many building blocks known as amino acids. Studies reveal that amino acids can be recycled from the breakdown of old body proteins. However, this process is imperfect. This means we must eat dietary protein to keep up with the body amino acids demand. Why is protein important and where can it be found?
Proteins are micronutrients that contains carbon, hydrogen, oxygen, and a little amount of nitrogen. They are polymers of amino acids that play a significant role in our health. So what are the sources of protein? We have the plant sources and we have the animal sources. The plant sources is considered as incomplete protein, while the animal sources are considered as the complete protein. Why is animal sources considered as complete protein? It's because they contain all the 9 essential amino acids. And what are these 9 essential amino acids? We have the histidine, we have the isoleucine, we have the leucine, we have the lysine, we have the valine, we have the tryptophan, we have the methionine, we have the valine. So these are all the essential amino acids that are present in the animal sources of protein.
Proteins in the body are continually being repaired and replaced throughout our lives. This process, known as protein synthesis, requires a continuous supply of amino acids. Protein is essential for cell and tissue growth. Adequate intake of protein is particularly important in all stages of life, in pregnancy, childhood, adolescence, and adulthood.
I would like to give this Chinese adage that says our feed nutrient is basically 3, which is 1 for grow, that is protein, 1 for glow, that is vitamin and mineral, and 1 for go, which is carbohydrate and fat. So depending on the amount of energy and their significant benefit. Proteins play a lot of significant role to the body. It helps in bodybuilding, it helps in growth and development, it helps for repairing of worn out tissue during diseases, injury, or during illness. It also helps in the formation of hormones, enzymes that helps to break down our food substances in the body. And it also helps in formation of some body transporters like lipoproteins that transport lipids from one place to another. It also helps to bind some some compounds some compounds in the body with the blood. Example, hemoglobin, binding hemoglobin with oxygen, making the blood flow be oxygenated. So, and also protein also play another crucial role of cell signaling, helping to send helping to send nerve impulses from one place to another in the body.
Reports over the years reveals Nigeria's alarming protein deficiency status. The high cost of food items experienced in the country has made eating a balanced diet mostly unachievable in most homes in Nigeria. Of great concern is the exorbitant price of meat, fish, eggs, and milk, which serves as the major source of protein in our diet. Hence, people eat either food without protein in it or rather accompany their meals with small chunks of meat or fish. Inadequate protein intake predisposes the body to a health disorder such as kwashiorkor in children and sarcopenia in adults. Kwashiorkor is a disease marked by severe protein malnutrition, usually affecting infants and children, most often around the age of weaning through age 5, while sarcopenia is characterized by the progressive loss of muscle mass and physical function that is commonly associated with older adults. Sarcopenia is associated with increased frailty, risk of falls, functional decline, and even early death.
If you did not eat protein on daily basis, you did not include it, you did not incorporate it in your meal, automatically you are going to go malnourished because protein play a whole lot of significant role in growth and development and in maintenance. Infant, young child, toddler, adolescent, they need protein for growth and development, while an adult needs protein for maintenance. So if our food is deficient of proteins, automatically we are going to go malnourished. That means the children, the infant, the child, they will not be able to grow, they will not develop, their organs will not develop, they will not thrive. And for the adult will begin to undergo something we call fetal oxidations, that the body will start breaking down all the fat in the body, and before you know, you start losing all the weight and even the necessary cell formation hormones that need to be formed in the body. All those things will not be possible as a result of deficiency of protein in our food.
To meet our protein daily need, nutritionists encourage people to eat from a variety of protein foods throughout the day, otherwise called protein diversification.
Diversification helps to achieve adequate diet. So it means that when you diversified your food, you are combining different food groups, different protein sources, either plant sources, animal sources, you are combining them together. So it's not more a monotony food. So you have include food from different protein sources. And when you do that, what you've succeeded in achieving is you've achieved a complete proteins. That is, you've achieved a complete protein in the sense that all the food you've combined together, they will be able to give the body what the body needs, meet the body requirement of providing the body with all the essential amino acids the body needs to thrive. That is why we need to diversify. Even after achieving all the necessary essential amino acid, it will also help you to achieve an adequate diet both in calorie and in other nutrients respectively. In the current economy of our country, Nigeria, people could not afford adequate amounts of food. So this has been what we have been brainstorming as a public health practitioner. What can we do to solve the problem of malnutrition? How can we alternate animal protein for people with low socio-economic class? So we can do that by including our plant protein. We have different plant sources. We have the lentils, we have the beans, we have the soybean. We can include our soybean to our food. We can include our beans to our food regularly. So, and all this will help us to get at least a little amount of protein the body needs. And for the infant and young child, their mothers can just get soybean, process it, and turn it into a flour, and it can be incorporated in their, maybe in their pap when you're giving them pap and every other food, so as to meet their protein requirement. With this, we can actually solve a little of the problem of malnutrition, because plant proteins does not contain all the essential amino acids, so it may not be able to meet the requirements of the children or the requirement of every other persons. So because for an adult now, for instance, an adult needs 1 gram per kilogram of body weight of protein requirement, which means that if you are 60 kg, you are expected to consume 60 grams of protein in a day. So, and 60 grams of protein, getting 60 grams of protein from plant sources alone is going to be very difficult. So that is why we have to include, we have to try to include our animal sources. For instance, 45 grams of fish will give 7 grams of protein, while 90 grams of fish will give 14 to 15 grams of protein. My fist is the size of 90 grams of fish. So which means you have to, for you now to get like 45 grams of protein from fish, you have to eat like 90 grams of fish, which is for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. So you already achieve 45 grams of protein from your animal source. So the other 22 grams, I'm talking of someone who is 67 grams now. I say 67 grams, someone who weighs 67 grams now. So the remaining 22 grams can be achieved from plant protein. That is why it is very necessary and very crucial to include both plants and animal source. Let the animal source, because the animal source of protein is considered as high biological value, it should be more included in our food, so as to meet the body daily requirements, so as all the biochemical processes and functioning that requires protein will be adequately carried out in the body.
It is important for us to eat protein as part of a varied and balanced diet to get the necessary nutrients for our bodies. Protein is essential to the development of new cells as well as the restoration of muscle, skin, and bones. Choosing a variety of foods help to provide our bodies with the right quantity and quality of proteins.
I hope that was enlightening. It is important to eat a balanced diet within our budget. Follow us on our YouTube channel, subscribe, like, share, and don't forget to hit the notification button for more. Join me next week as we nosedive further into what we eat. Bye for now.